Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to focus on the importance of air and articulation. Air is very important to a brass instrument, and we must have good control of our air if we're going to make the instrument work for us. So before we start, let's kind of review. Let's get our good posture. Get that imaginary string, pull it up. Once again, back flat. Shoulders back, chin up, long throat, open. Now, when we breathe from the diaphragm. You'll notice when I breathe, my shoulders stay nice and level. There's no rising of the shoulders. Shoulders to stay relaxed. Put your hand on your belly, and what I want you to do is, when you bring the air in, push your hand out. You'll also feel it kind of tighten down there by the belt. That's how you know you're taking a proper breath. Now, the syllable I like to use when taking air in is kind of a soft O. You don't want it to be too loud and obtrusive when you take your breath. Something like this. Watch closely. Very good. Why don't we try this together? Once again, put your hand right here on your belly. Feel it expand. Here it is again. So when you breathe, you want to think of the air like bouncing a basketball. The air goes in and comes directly out. When you bounce a basketball, you drop the ball, it hits the ground, bounces right back up. There's no pause. That's how we want our air to be. Air comes in, goes right back out. Watch again. Try that a couple times. Here we go. Very good. Now, let's do this again, and let's see how long we can make our air stream last. So in our technique here, I'm going to put on a metronome, and we're going to look at it in 4. We're going to take a breath in on 4, and we're going to sustain the air for 3. Breathe in, 3. Watch first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's try that together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Were you able to do it? I think you were doing just fine. So now let's add a little bit more. Let's breathe in on 4 and let's sustain the air for 7 counts. Let me show you first. 2, 3. Let's try that together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful job. Did you do it? Maybe? Well, did you notice something that I was doing as I was doing these breathing techniques? Watch again. Did you catch it? I'm using my tongue to start the pitch or start the air. I'm using a syllable. Syllable I'm using is something between toe and tu. Okay? So there's the first thing, and that's the bounce of the ball. That tonguing is that bounce coming right back. Now, did you notice another thing that I was doing? Watch again. 1, 2, 3. You probably missed it. Maybe you got it, but I'm making my aperture smaller. I'm making it like I'm blowing on a hot cup of coffee. And that's what you want to do when you are doing these breathing exercises, using the tongue to help start the airflow and controlling the aperture, the opening, and that can make the air last longer. Now, I just taught you a little bit about articulation. Well, we can actually start now articulating notes. Articulation is something that helps us dictate or separate specific notes as we play. So I want to try this exercise. I'm going to breathe in on 4, and I'm going to articulate 4 beats. Watch. 2, 3. Can you try that? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now, let's try articulating 7 beats, breathing in on the 8th beat and doing it twice in a row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. How did you do? Well, the syllable that you usually use is something like to, tu, ta. Try that, and you can see where the tongue kind of feels in your mouth. Tu, tu. And that's articulation. So let's up the ante here. Let's try 8th notes. So let's try this exercise. We're going to do 8th notes, and it's going to be something like this. 1, 2, 3. You want to try that? Let's try it with me. Once again, using the syllable tu or toe. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. It might be a little bit difficult for you right now, but if you practice it, it will become much better. So there are some takeaways I'd like you to take from this video. First takeaway, we breathe low, keeping the shoulders nice and even. Breathing from the diaphragm. The syllable soft O when we take air in. And next, the articulation using to, ta to help start and propel the air. And last but not least, using that same articulation, that same syllable to articulate specific notes. If you practice this on your own using an air stream or an air column, you will get so much better that when you get to the tuba, articulating and airflow will really be very strong. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.